Do you ever feel like no matter what you do, no matter how many raffles you put in on a Flex app, whether it's for a Footlocker store or a Champ store or Eastbay when that was a thing, you just cannot catch a W for anything. No matter how many head starts you use, no matter how many points you accumulate, it's like almost a guaranteed L. You might have already given up and just probably just moved on to other stores or just mainly just try to cop off of the Nike sneakers app, because at one time, the Flex app, you were like maybe 50-50. Maybe you just had a better percentage back in the day of actually getting a W, but now it's like almost a guaranteed L. Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to tell you the truth about why you cannot hit on the Flex app. Now, back in the day, I used to love Footlocker. I used to love going to Footlocker. I used to love copping sneakers from Footlocker, and even Champs to some degree, but mainly it was like a Footlocker thing for me. You know, take something like this, for example. This is the Motorsport Air Jordan 4. Now, back in 2017, something like this would sit, right? Like, I picked these up at Footlocker, like, I think it was like 8 or 9 months after the sneaker released. Now, things have changed. The Jordan 4, for example, wasn't really that popular back in those days. Like today, you would never see a sneaker like this sitting on a shelf at a Foot Locker. But in those days and times, you know, you were able to pick up sneakers a lot more easily than you can today. Now, over the last, I would say 3 years, maybe mainly since like 2020, right? I haven't been able to pick up almost anything from there. The last thing that I've gotten from Foot Locker, like through, you know, the Flex program, is the Cool Gray 11s. And this was a sneaker that, as you guys know, pretty much every single year has like 1 million pairs. And this was the only thing that I've been able to hit through Foot Locker or, you know, the Flex app or whatever in 3 years, was just a pair of Cool Gray 11s, which I'm thankful for. You know, this was actually a double up for me because I got one on the Nike sneakers app as well. But I enter pretty much every single raffle for every single sneaker that I want that's available on Flex, and I just can't catch a W for anything. And I know a lot of you guys feel the same way. It almost feels like no matter what you do, it's almost a guaranteed L. It almost feels like they just take your points, right? Like you just never really get anything back. You know, you definitely could cop socks there, shirts, you know, shorts, pants, you know what I mean? Maybe sneakers that aren't really that hyped at all, you know, just like a normal GR sneaker, like a Air Max 90 or an Air Force One. And even those have kind of been slim, like, to be honest with you, on their shelves. But over the years, right, things have definitely changed. Like Footlocker and Champs at one time were like a go-to for a lot of us, but now it's like, you know, you just put the raffle in, you know, you just go through the motions because you have to try. But guys, I just recently became friends with a employee who works at one of the Flex stores. I'm not going to name him. I'm not going to name what store he works at, but he works at a mall close to where I live. And he was basically just giving me a lot of information about exactly what happens now. Now, he said that at one point, you know, they used to get a lot of stock, like, and by a lot of stock, I mean, they would get like 50 to 100 pairs of like a particular Air Jordan release or so. And now, since last year, maybe the past 2 years, they only receive about 12 pairs. And basically how it works is if they get 12 pairs in, it's all different sizes, right? And the managers have first crack at whatever comes in. So, for example, if a store has 3 managers, then that means that after they select what, you know, sneakers that they want, what sizes they want, there's only 9 left. And then the employees have a chance to, you know, get a sneaker or so. Now, not all the employees go after every single thing because a lot of them are part-time and, you know, they're not, you know, really into it, like to pick up every sneaker. And, but they do have a chance, you know, pick up a sneaker at a discount or whatever. And that's one of the perks of them working there. And, you know, I really have no problem with that. But basically what it goes down to is that, you know, let's say that they have 9 pairs remaining for that particular store. So then those 9 pairs go on the Flex app, right? So out of those 9 pairs that are available, you have hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people entering a raffle for, you know, that particular release. Let's just say like these Cool Grays, for example, right? So they have 9 pairs. And so let's say, just to do round numbers, let's say 100 people go after the Cool Grays for in-store pickup. And so that means that out of the 100 people, only 9 are going to receive the sneaker. So the rest are just going to lose their points. So no matter how many head starts you use and stuff like that, you're kind of like at a disadvantage for whatever reason. And we knew about this, guys. Like, this may not be like brand new information to you, but this is just a conversation that I had, you know, with somebody who actually still works there currently. So they're not getting as many pairs as they used to, right? So, and we knew about this last year when, you know, Nike was saying that they were going to hold more of the stock to put on the Nike sneakers app and kind of cut out some of the mom and pop stock and kind of cut out Footlocker stock a little bit. So Footlocker and Champs, like, they're still getting pairs, but it's way less than they ever got, right? So in a way, like, that's kind of cool because I feel like to us, like, we're not hitting anyways, so, you know, to allocate the stock to the Nike sneakers app does make a lot more sense because you have a better chance of hitting on that app than you do the Flex app for something like this, right? But basically, it's like they're just not getting the pairs in, right? So I've been like just not really even using the Flex app at all. But what I mean by that is, like, I'm not buying things on there. I'm not buying socks on there. I'm not buying my clothes on there. I'm buying them on Finish Line and JD Sports, you know, to keep my points up on there so that, you know, whenever they do their exclusive access on things, you know, I can get access to them because they're getting more pairs. Finish Line and JD Sport is getting more pairs than the Flex stores. So it makes more sense to spend your money there for things like that and get your points up to a nice level so that you do have a better chance of getting releases whenever they come out. Just in this day and age, the Footlocker and Champs thing is really just not as, doesn't really make as much sense to put, you know, all your effort in and put all your money back behind it because they're just not getting the stock. Even the ship to me option, like, is almost like a guaranteed L as well, but I don't even put in for the in-stores anymore. Whenever I do my raffles for Flex, I just do the ship to me option if it's available, which most times it is. You know, just because I think it's like a better chance of hitting. But either way, like, as you guys know, it's all just really, really tough to hit on there. So they're just not getting the stock, guys. You know what I mean? So my best advice to you moving forward is to, you know, get your points right on JD and Finish Line and, you know, the Nike sneakers app as far as, like, your go-to releases. Now, I know some of you guys are probably going to hit the comments and tell me that, you know, you guys have a Foot Locker near you or a Champs near you and that you're, you know, very successful hitting there. Obviously, the bigger stores are going to get more of the stock. So if you live in an area that has a bigger Foot Locker or bigger Champs in your area, you know, they're going to get more stock than, let's say, you know, like a smaller area in the country, like a small town or something like that. I live in a major city, so, and the fact that they're only getting 12 pairs, like, you know, it's just kind of mind-blowing that they're just not really getting as many pairs. Like, when Nike said that they were going to cut back on the stock, I kind of figured that, you know, they were getting hundreds of pairs and now they're getting maybe like 100 pairs or something per store. But they're getting even less than that, like less than 20 at most of these places. So I'm just passing along this information, guys, from what, you know, I've talked to this person and, you know, try to get the hookup, but he's like, you can't even get the hookup because there's nothing to hook up. Like, they just don't have it. So let me know down in the comment section, you know, how you feel. Let me know if you've been hitting on Footlocker or Champs, the Flex app, because I know most of you guys are in my comment section telling me that it's almost impossible, but there's a few of you out there that say you hit all the time. So I just want to know your thoughts and opinions on the situation. And other than that, guys, that's what I have for you today. I'd like to thank you all for your time. Thanks for stopping over here to check out yet another one of my videos. Stay safe out there. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace. For more sneaker content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.